In today's class, we're looking at composite of a function. Now, when we talk about composite of a function, we're looking at what we term as or what we have as f of g, g of f of g of h of x, I of f of x, and so on. Now, how do we calculate all this? For all this, we have all this to represent what? Function of what? X. We have our f to represent a function of x, g, h, and what? I to represent what? Function of what? X in that case. Now, how do we solve? Solution. To solve this, for the first question, I'm giving what? F of g of x. Now, f of g of x is the same thing as what? F into what? G of x. Okay, which means I'll have it as what? It means I'll put my g of x into f of x wherever I see x. So this now means I'm going to have it as what? F of, what is g of x? G of x is what? X squared. Okay, first this is the same thing as this. Then from here I will have our f to be equals to what? S squared. So whenever I now get to this point, it means I'll now put my what? S squared inside f of x wherever I see x. What's my f of x? My f of x is what? 3x plus 4. So I'm going to have that as what? 3x squared plus what? 4. Where my x now represents what? X squared. For the second question, we have g of f of x, which is the same thing as what? G into what? F of x. Now note, your f of g is not equal to g of f. F of g is not equal to g of what? F. When it can be equal is only when one of the function is x raised power 1. Like 1x raised power 1. That's what we can say it is equal. But if that function is not given, then it can never be equal. So g of f of x now becomes what? This, which becomes what? G into, what's my f of x? My f of x is what? 3x plus what? 4. 3x plus 4. Now from here, this now means I'm going to put what? 3x plus 4 inside g of x whenever I see what? Whenever I see x. So in my g of x, I have only what? X there, which is what? S squared. So I'm going to have 3x plus what? 4 all squared, which now becomes what? 9x squared, plus what? 24x plus what? 16. So that's the answer to this question. For f of g of h of x means I'm going to have that what? F of g of h of x to be equal to what? F into what? G into what? H of what? X. So I'm going to be coming out small, which now becomes what? It's the same thing as what? F into G into h of x is what? X squared minus 3 over 2. Then from there, I'm going to put what? My x squared minus 3 all over 2 into what? G of x, which now becomes f into g of x is s squared. I'm going to have that as what? X squared minus 3 all over 2 all what? All squared. Finally, put this value inside f of x wherever I see x. I'm going to have it as what? 3 into what? X squared minus 3 all over 2 all squared. That's for x, then what? Plus 4, which gives me my what? Final answer. Then finally, for I of f of x, it means I'm going to have it as what? I of f of x to be equal to what? I into f of x, which now becomes what? I into f of x is what? 3x plus 4, which is equals to, put 3x plus 4 into I whenever I see x. This is my I. So I'm going to have that as what? 4 minus 3 times what? 3x plus 4. So that's how to find the composite of a particular function. Then I'm going to have that as what? 4 minus what? 9x minus what? 12, which now becomes what? Minus 8 minus what? 9x. This gives me my final answer. And for other questions like that, under what? Composite of a function, you can what? Solve them.